You know, we were showing stories about sports and, all kinds of other things that dads and guys are into. You're definitely a guy's guy.
Sure,
Chris?
sure. I am wearing purple, though, today. So.
But what we can say is that Chris Sandahal is not only a guy's guy, but he's talking about something that guys are, all too familiar with now. Kids.
Yeah, I wrote a book about being a dad, and I think part of it that's different is that, dads were so much more active in kids' lives, I think, than different generations were. But we don't really have a voice out there. There's still all the mom blogs, all the mom books and magazines, and there's just not a lot of stuff out there for dads. And I think it's really because, when it comes to parenting, a lot of it is sharing your fears and your faults. And that's just two things that men don't like to do. We like to talk about, sports and make fun of each other. And
right.
It's kind of how we tried to do the book here, is in a fun way. There's plenty of stuff that I admit that is easily turned on me to be made fun of.
Well, and before you have kids, kind of your life is, all about you and, things that center around you. Now you have a little girl, a 3-year-old, and then how shocking was that? It's shocking.
You say, everything's kind of centered around you. Now it seems like everything's centered around pink in my house, and
I love it.
But I honestly love it. I tell all my friends, they say, oh, did you want the boy? Did you want the boy? And I really didn't have a preference. I'm honest about that. And now that I have a girl, I realize that girls are just so awesome because you don't have to be afraid to love them.
Right. Right. And they can smell fear, which is the title of your book.
Yeah. Well, that kind of came from, being on dad duty alone. The book is about the first year, being a first-time dad. And when mom is there with you, it's like you have a little comfort zone. If you mess up, it's going to be okay. But when she leaves, and you're on dad duty alone, there's some intimidation, and I swear my daughter knew it. And she was like, I'm taking advantage of this guy right here.
She didn't take it easy on you?
No, she took it. Something happened every time. She'd start going out in all berserk cry mode.
Well, she was bonding with you. That's what was happening there.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
So this is a book about just little excerpts of your life when she was first born?
Yeah, they're all stories. It actually started whenever I saw the miraculous beauty of childbirth, and I was like, I got to write about what this is really like here.
Were you brutally honest?
Yeah, brutally honest, and all of it is just stories of all the funny and embarrassing things that kind of happen to you, not only as a first-time dad, but as a first-time parent. From dealing with the temper tantrum, being on dad duty alone, the first time I got peed on. It's just, and it's all funny stuff. It's not a how-to. But you're gonna learn some stuff. I want to expect it by reading the book.
Well, that's pretty cool because dads, like you said, there are mommy blogs out there and support groups for moms. This is kind of a way for dads to kind of know that they're not alone with some of these new adventures.
I think you just said it best. I mean, I think a lot of what happens is, you never see a man at a bar turn to his friend and say, you will not believe what my baby did to me today. Because I think there's a little bit of embarrassment that goes along with that, where moms kind of embrace the challenge, associated with parenting. So I think that this is a way to where you're not reaching out to, all the books seem like a how-to or a self-help book on how to be a parent. And that it didn't appeal to me, I can tell you that much. And this one is just all humor, all funny stuff, and like I said, you're going to learn a little bit along the way as well.
Well, very cool. And moms, by the way, it is mommy approved. Tell me about this little seal here.
That's awesome. I got the Mom's Choice Award and I got the gold. And I tell you what, I found out about this during the Olympics. So I did the Usain Bolt.
But it's your own sport, absolutely.
But I think it's awesome in the fact that it's a book written from a dad's perspective, and that the Mom's Choice put their seal on it. It really means a lot to me to get that award. So.
All right, Chris, and you can get this book, by the way, at Amazon.com, and then also the website is pretty funny too. I checked it out. What's the website?
Babiescansmellfair.com. I post new stories there. My daughter's a toddler now, so I fit in some toddler stories on the website. So.
Okay, so then we'll welcome you back with the teenage years because
shoot, yeah, right. That's going to be a thick book.
Chris Sandahal, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We'll be right back.